So our discussion for today is all about odd and even functions. So a function can be classified as even, odd, or neither. So this classification can be determined graphically or algebraically. So when we say graphically, we're going to determine if the given graph is an odd or even. Then in algebraically, we're just going to substitute the value of x into negative x. So we have here an example of graphical interpretation of an even function. So the graph here is symmetric with respect to the y-axis. The y-axis acts like a mirror. Tulad lang siya kapag kayo ay nananalamin. Nagre-reflect lang yung kanyang graph. Yan. So it is an example of an even function. How about odd functions? So odd functions have a graph that is symmetric with respect to the origin. So the origin here is the 0. So if you spin the picture upside down about the origin, the graph looks the same. Okay, very clear na po yung kanyang interpretation of the graph. If the graph is an odd function. So how about determining algebraically? So algebraic test, we are going to substitute negative x in for everywhere in the function and analyze the results of f of negative x by comparing it to the original function f of x. So in even function, if y is equal to f of x is even when for each x in the domain of f of x, f of negative x is equal to f of x. So that is the condition here. So next is in odd function. Y is equal to f of x is odd when for each x in the domain of f of x, f of negative x is equal to negative f of x. So example, in even function, we have here the function f of x is equal to x squared plus 1. Just substitute the value of x into negative x. It becomes f of negative x is equal to negative x raised to the power of 2 plus 1. So negative x raised to the power of 2 becomes x squared plus 1 because negative times negative is positive. So that's why it becomes positive x squared. So the algebraic interpretation here is if f of negative x is equal to f of x. So positive siya. So that is an even function. How about in odd function? F of x is equal to x cubed minus 2x. So just substitute the value of x into negative x. F of negative x is equal to negative x raised to the power of 3 minus 2 times negative x. It becomes negative x times negative x is equal to positive x. Then times negative x, it becomes negative x cubed. So negative times negative is positive. 2 times x is 2x. F of negative x becomes negative of x cubed minus 2x. So the function here is negative f of x. Negative po yun sa labas. Then sa loob is positive. So that is an odd function. So how about neither it is odd or even function? We have here an example. F of x is equal to x squared minus 3x plus 4. Then substituting the value of x into negative x, it becomes f of negative x is equal to negative x raised to the power of 2 minus 3 times negative x plus 4. Then f of negative x is equal to x squared is positive x squared. Negative times negative is positive. 3 times x is 3x. Then positive 4. So the condition here, we will going to determine if the function is neither odd or even if f of negative x is not equal to f of x and not equal also to negative f of x. So kung hindi siya even function, hindi din siya odd function, so it is neither odd or even function. So thank you for watching. and God bless.